Bitcoin has seen a nice little climb today, so I'm going to dive into the charts and take a closer look. If that sounds good to you guys, smash that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't. With that, let's get it. Alright guys, the first thing I want to take a look at here is my 4-hour chart. In yesterday's video I pointed out this yellow upward sloping support line and how if the bulls wanted any chance in hell at recovering that they were going to have to reclaim this line fairly quickly. Honestly, I wasn't really expecting it, and for those of you who watched my video, you'll know I was fairly vocal about it, that I really did think we were going to see some sort of a rejection here and then just get a much further drop. I did mention that there was the possibility that we just tap this green box and continue trading higher from there. I just really wasn't expecting it all too much. It hasn't been a clean line ever since that, basically, so I'm not giving it too much significance at this point. I'm going to actually drop it a little bit. And I'm going to also draw out a potential resistance line here. And it kind of looks like we're forming some sort of an asymmetrical triangle here, just coiling up. I think an important level will be this downtrend line. I think that if we are able to break above this red line and get some sort of a retest, I think it would help push the price above this yellow triangle. And just to show you where that red line's coming from, if I just zoom out here, you can see that it's just it's a fairly important line on this 4-hour here. We start back here, we get a couple touch points. You can see that we've really been respecting it as resistance, got quite an impressive dump there from that level. So that line is quite significant, as well as this purple one would be my even more macro time frame here. This starts all the way back to our bull market all-time high here, and you can see that we got a rejection here. So I would not be all too surprised that if we end up breaking out here and getting a pump to the upside, I think we would start to struggle at that purple line. Also, it kind of looks like if we were to get up there, it would end up lining up quite well with this red box, which is actually my old support range for this whole, the start of the bear market, I guess, just when we were finding support on a macro level, and eventually we dropped that level. So I would not be too surprised to see this support range end up flipping into resistance and sending the price lower, or even just to double bottom territory. That being said, guys, that does not have to happen. I mean, when we ended our last bear market, and this would have been kind of that 6K range, when Bitcoin was trading around $6,000 and we just kept hammering at that level and then dropped down. I know a lot of traders got wrecked trying to short that retest because just in basic technical analysis, you love to see support turn into resistance in a healthy trend, not necessarily bullish, just healthy, acting predictably. And same on the other end, you want to see resistance flip into support. So I think it would be, well, what we need to see is we need the bulls to reclaim this red box and start treating it as support again, rather than getting that resistance and just starting to struggle at that level. That would not be very good. But for now, we're going to have to see what happens here. On the weekly chart, you guys will know I've been very vocal about this in my last 2 videos on Twitter. If you don't follow me on Twitter, it's YouTube Trading, all one word. But yeah, I've been pointing out this little area of support on my weekly chart here. And for those of you who haven't seen my last few videos, this yellow trend line goes back to 2011. So although we haven't tested it too many times, just the length of time it's been around, I think it could carry some significance. Once again, also just the fact that it lines up with this green box, which was our previous market cycle all-time high, which we, again, would love to see resistance flip into support, as I was just talking about. This would be textbook to find support here. If we do, it will look so obvious in hindsight. It would look so obvious that we would get a support bounce right at that very important resistance level. It was a market cycle top. I mean, it doesn't get much more important than that. It's also the one little consolidation we got on our parabolic run to the upside in the middle of the bull market. So that's an important level. I've also pointed out that with the Fibonacci line here going from our previous bear market bottom to our bull market top, it lines up quite well with the 786. So I know I've been talking about this for quite a while now. In all my videos, I've been pointing this out, but I think it's important because so far I was bang on. I said that even with this green candle close, I was expecting, even if we did end up blasting to the upside, I thought that we would test down into this green box as well as just testing lower at kind of the bottom of the candle body. I didn't think that we would just close this candle and then blast off to new all-time highs. That's just not how it works. If you go to any other time frame, uh, every candle wicks into previous candles pretty much. I mean, there's just no avoiding that. So it's not all too uncommon to see this. It just hurts when it's on a weekly because a lot of people don't have the stomach for that much volatility. So I don't think there's necessarily anything to worry about here for now, because support is support until it's broken. But obviously, if this level drops, I think it's going to be violent, and I think a lot of people are going to shit their pants. Other than that, guys, I don't have a heck of a lot else to talk about. If I just hop over to a very micro time frame here, looking at the 5-minute chart, we do have this little bit of an uptrend line forming. If we do end up dropping this line and getting some sort of a retest rejection, I wouldn't be all too surprised to start retesting down kind of towards that 19K, even a little bit lower, 18.8. That or another thing to watch for would be Fibonacci lines again. You can see that I outlined my favorite ones in green just because they do get respected quite well, would be the 618 Fibonacci and the 786. So those would also be areas I would start looking for just bullish setups, let's say double bottoms with bullish divergences, stuff like that at those levels. So until then, we'll just have to see what happens. I already am in a longs from 19.7K. I did just close about a quarter of it before making this video and updated my stop loss, because in these conditions, the market's very dangerous, you guys, when you're playing with leverage. It's very volatile, so I'm just quick to start taking profits and updating my stop loss and stuff like that. I think it's quite important to take profits if you have them. So yeah, all in all, right now it's not looking too bad. I know this is just the 5-minute chart, but the fact that we kind of got above this little range high here, we even respected it as a little resist support flip here. The one thing I don't like on this micro time frame, which I think would be a reason why we end up having a little bit of a pullback from today's price action, is we do have this bearish divergence starting with this double top up here, even a little triple top. But like I said, it's a 5-minute. Take it for what it is. Yeah, other than that, guys, I think that's all I really wanted to talk about. Just wanted to bring you my fresh ideas here. Just, again, really trying to hammer home the fact that I don't really think it's time to panic yet with this little bit of a pullback on this weekly candle. It's just acting exactly as I kind of was predicting ever since this green candle closed on Sunday. So we're just going to have to watch how this goes. I'm hoping it flips green for all of us, but the markets don't always give a shit what we think or what we feel. So let's see what happens here. Anyways, guys, that's about all I have to say. So if you appreciated my outlook on the market, smash that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't. And with that, stay safe, my friends. Peace.